This is a special request. How do I stretch and strengthen my back? All right, so let's take a look at how the back is built. I've got a lot of curves in my spine, which is not great for my spine, but very good for educational purposes. So you have a curve that goes inward, where your tailbone goes out in the low back. That's your lumbar or lordotic curve. And then in your mid-back area, you have a kyphotic curve, and that goes in the opposite direction. So you can see it's just kind of like a little backwards S there. So we're gonna work on stretching the low back one way and the upper back the other way. And then we're gonna strengthen the whole chain, those muscles. There's lots of groups of muscles on the side of the spine on either side. We'll train those at the same time. Let's get started. To stretch that lumbar curve, go ahead and start laying down, worship the sun, and pull your knees into your chest. So as soon as I do that, my curve flattens out on my mat and it's getting a really nice stretch. So you can hug your knees in a little tighter, a little looser, a little tighter, a little looser. You can circle them around. That gives a really nice massage on that low back. And you can go in both directions, or you can pull the knees apart, pull them up towards your armpits, and circle them around like little egg beaters. In addition, a really good stretch for your low back is to come on all fours, lift your feet up and swing them out and in and swing them out. So I am swinging them away from my body line, and that internal rotation does help stretch the low back. So when you're standing, if you can stand with your feet straight ahead, if you tend to walk turned out, try to turn them straight ahead. If you're already walking straight ahead, to stretch them, turn in. I wouldn't walk that way, but you can stretch them that way. All right, to stretch the upper back, we have to make sure the lower back doesn't get involved. So we're gonna lay out straight and you're gonna tuck your tailbone under and lift your belly button up. Bring your arms to the side, palms to the floor, and you're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades and just lift the upper back. So keep your ribs down. My low ribs are down. I'm just lifting up the shoulders and the head and the arms and down. So to initiate, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drive the shoulder blades down. And if you do that at the same time, instead of one versus the other, you'll come right up. Now, to work on strength, we're gonna lift the upper and the lower body. We'll start with the arms down by your side. Imagine a string pulling you at the top of your head and your toes. You're going to inhale and lengthen in those opposite directions. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze the glutes to lift the legs, and then squeeze those shoulder blades together, drive them down like you just did for the extension, and come back down. So if you just pop up, you're likely gonna be in that low back. So in order to get the whole back, tuck your tailbone under, stretch your limbs long, and lift up. And you can try more challenging arm positions to the side, maybe a W, even overhead. The higher up you go, the more restriction in the upper back. So I tend to like to keep them at a T or lower, just to give myself a good strengthening exercise all down the spine. And that's how you stretch and strengthen your back. If you have a request, please let me know. I am happy to put something up for you. Have a great day and see you on the trail.